Hi guys, welcome to my channel once again, and my name is Adora. And if you're just joining this channel for the very first time, thank you very much for stopping by, and hopefully before the end of this video there will be a reason for you to subscribe. A young Nigerian man has just lost his life in the UK. Now what happened? He slumped and fell. Now, it's reported that this man just lost his life just 2 months after his wife joined him in the UK from Nigeria. What led to this? It was reported that he slumped and passed away. Now, people could read this meaning into different things. There could be so many reasons why he slumped. There could be so many reasons why what happened. But let's look at it from the aspect of exhaustion, from the aspect of stress, from the aspect of a cardiac arrest, a cardiac attack, a heart failure, or whatever it is that could be related to that. Let's look at it from this point in particular. I remember some months back, I did a video about a young woman who slumped at work in the care home where she was working, and she was rushed to the hospital, and before anything could even be administered on her, she gave up the ghost. And I remember advising people to take their health very seriously. I remember saying things like, even if you want to work, even if you want to make money, which we understand, you all came here for that purpose. We're all immigrants in the UK to make the money, but do not put your life at risk because you want to make the money. Like, you must make sure that your health is in a good standing so that you can enjoy the money you make. And I remember when I went down to the comment section, a lot of people who responded ignorantly said things like, oh, but other people can still die from different ways. It's not really necessarily about maybe because she was at work and she died. And even when I was still buttressing the point that she died out of exhaustion, out of stress, because it was reported that she was working, doing nights for several weeks, and then she would finish the night in a particular care home and move over somewhere else and take some agency shifts and work. And like, there was really no time for her to spend and take care of herself. There was no time to rest. And people were coming and were saying things like, oh, but you know, it can happen to anybody. People still die on the roads by accident. People sleep at homes, in their homes, and they pass away, and all of that. They were all trying to defend this fact. I understand very well that we Nigerians especially, I know we're very hardworking people. We like to make money. We like to, no matter how difficult that job might be, we just like to try and bring out something positive from it. But another thing I've also come to understand that we lack is the spirit of rest. A lot of Nigerians especially, they believe that when you're resting, you're wasting time. They believe time is money. They believe that every time you take off could be put into better use by working more. So you see someone that has just come back from maybe like a 14-hour shift. He or she goes to bed. The next morning, she starts another 14-hour shift. 2 days later, another 14-hour shift. Like, they could take these 14-hour shifts like for like 4 or 5 days. It's fun when you're getting that money. It's interesting when you're looking at your bank account and you're seeing lots of, pounds in there. But what is not fun is when your health begins to deteriorate and you get to the point where you can't even enjoy what you have worked for. You get to that point where you are even scared of even spending the money because you're like, I think I should just keep this money because I don't even understand how my health is acting up now. I might need it for healthcare, I might need it for this, I might need it for that. And then the main purpose of even working has already been deflated because the fear of your unhealthy lifestyle is now catching up on you very fast. Now this guy has just given up the ghost, and he did this just shortly after the wife joined him. Now this young guy has just given up the ghost, and it will surprise you to know that a lot of young people are now dying as a result of cardiac arrests, high blood pressure, heart attack. I remember back in the days, like many years back, I, for one, a lot of us Nigerians, we didn't really believe that these kind of sicknesses or this kind of health issues can actually happen to the young ones. We actually thought it was some kind of health issues that specifically narrowed down to the elderly. Now, yeah, when you get to a certain age and you start having heart attack, you start having high blood pressure, you start having issues with your heart, with your chest and all of that, we thought it was age related. It has to do with the elderly people. But funny enough, these things are beginning to spread like wildfire. Anybody now, no matter how old or how young you are at the risk of high blood pressure if you do not take care of yourself. You are at the risk of cardiac arrest, cardiac attack. You are at the risk of heart attack. It does not have anything to do with age anymore. That's the bad aspect of it now. So one thing about this is that once you can monitor your health, regulate your blood pressure from time to time. You are, especially Nigerians now, like I hear, I understand the fact that, oh, some people, okay, fine. Some people have actually come in, they want to make money, maybe because they have one loans or the other they took in before they came out to the country. They're not trying to pay back. Yeah, while you're trying to pay back those loans, remember your health, remember yourself, take it easy on yourself. Sometimes I talk about these things to people and I hear them argue and say things like, yeah, but you have to work while you are still young, because when you get old, you know, you look back and you see you've not achieved anything. Fine, I understand all that. But what I'm trying to say here is that while you're working, remember to take some time out to rest. Remember to take some time out and enjoy yourself. Take some time out and have a good night's sleep. I was discussing with someone some time ago and she was telling me how she works like back to back, like every day. And she was saying it's like, you know, in an exciting manner. That since I came into the country, a lot of my mates and my friends that came in with me at the same time, they don't get as much shifts as I do. As for me, I get a lot of shifts. I work as much as I want. I get a lot of overtime shifts. I'm jumping from one place to the other, one care home to the other, one company to the other. I'm doing shifts. And I told her, well, yes, that sounds nice, good enough, congratulations. But I also want to remind you that while you're jumping from one place to the other, picking different shifts, remember that health is wealth. Take care of yourself. Take some time out. Go to the GP. Check your blood pressure. If you cannot go to the GP because you don't have all the time, go to the shops. Buy those little blood pressure machines. Check yourself from time to time. Watch what you eat. Try as much as possible to cut down on most of all these GMO foods. Try as much as possible to exercise. Try as much as possible to sleep. You do not necessarily have to even travel out or go on a holiday to have rest. But even if you're going to be indoors, take some time out to yourself alone and just rest. Even if you do not want to sleep, lie down, stretch out your legs and relax. Let your body calm down. You need it, because the stress of all this jumping from place to place to place to place, you might not really know what you're doing to yourself until you break down. You might not know what you're doing to yourself until you're bedridden. You might not know the after effects of all this hustle, all this stress you are putting on your body until you can no longer move, until you can't even move from point A to B on your own. And how would you feel if you get to that point where you have to be bedridden, where you have to be carried from place to place, where you yourself will have to be cared for because you are not in position to do that for yourself? So my fellow Nigerians, especially, take it easy. Calm down a little bit. Reduce those work hours that you have accumulated on yourself. What runs in your body is blood, not wood, not metal, which means you can break down at any time. Don't be moved by the exchange rate. Don't think that, oh, pounds is high. By the time I convert it to my country currency, that's a lot of money, I'm wealthy and all of that. That will actually pull you into doing more work, into taking more shifts, into stressing yourself the more, into poisoning your body the more. Take time out. Take some time to rest. If you can, drop some of those overtime shifts. Do what you can and leave the rest till another time. Because the more you endanger your body, the more you weigh down your body, that's the end. Another thing I need to remind you is that if anything happens to you and you leave your organization due to sickness or death, you will be replaced as soon as possible. You are not irreplaceable. That's one thing you should understand. The company will not close down because of you. The company will not cease to operate because you're not feeling well. The company will immediately put up an advert placement for a replacement. And in some cases, while you're even working there, you will be surprised to know that your replacement is just around the corner, waiting for you to leave. So what am I saying? Take good care of your health. Take extra caution when you're walking. Your health is more important, because health is wealth. Thank you very much for joining, and I hope to see you in my other videos. Ciao.